August, the U.S. Open tennis tournament caps off summer in New York. Tennis fans from around the world converge on Flushing Meadows Corona Park to see the world's top players compete.
This year, there's even more excitement as a tennis legend could take her final bow at center court. Earlier this month, Serena Williams, the greatest player of her generation, announced she would be saying goodbye to her extraordinary career. She's taking to the court in the women's singles tonight, and she'll join her sister Venus for doubles on Wednesday. And that's the first time the two have played together since the 2018 French Open.
Joining us now is Danny Zausner, Chief Operating Officer of the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. Good morning, Danny.
Good morning to you both.
So last week, Fan Week returned for the first time since the pandemic. What's the mood been like at the tennis center?
Well, record-breaking. It's really been spectacular. It's a return to our record-breaking sales of 2019. Last year with the fans, it was great to see, but this year just bursting at the seams with excitement.
Danny, are there any COVID-19 restrictions this year? Some of the top players, most notably Novak Djokovic, won't be attending the tournament.
So we're following CDC guidelines. There are no restrictions in New York City right now, as you know. So the fans come out, they just enjoy themselves. That's the restriction.
And Danny, we know ticket sales spiked after Serena Williams' big announcement. You had record attendance in 2019 before the pandemic. So what are we expecting when it comes to the crowds this week?
So it's, in 2020 when we had no fans here and just the players, it was hard pressed to believe that 2 years later we would possibly break our 2019 records. And we are well on track. Actually, we were on track even before Serena's announcement. But after that announcement, the ticket sales have been incredibly brisk.
Now let's talk about Serena. What does she mean to the sport and to the fans?
Oh, first of all, I've had the great opportunity over 20 years to see her win many Grand Slams here. And, on the one hand, we think that she might be able to play forever and totally understand that the era is over, and it's incredibly bittersweet. But what she's meant to tennis, I mean, seeing kids pick up rackets across this country, wanting to be like Serena, no different than what you see in so many other sports. She's an icon. She's a legend. She's undisputably the greatest Grand Slam winner of all times.
Really exciting to see her compete this week. Can you talk about the tournament and what it does for New York and in the local economy? Even the eyes of the sports world will be focused on Flushing for the next 2 weeks.
No question. We generate close to $1 billion of economic impact for the city and the state of New York. Those are big numbers. Our fans just don't come out for a day. They come out for weeks, 2 weeks. International travel is back up to almost 14% this year for the U.S. Open. Out-of-town visitors are close to 40%. So hotels, restaurants, you talk about airlines, everything across the board. It's unlike any other sporting event in the world.
All right, I'm very excited. I'll be there tomorrow. Danny Zausner, Chief Operating Officer of the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. Thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you again.
And for more coverage of this year's U.S. Open, you can head to our website, cbsnewyork.com.